안녕하세요. Overseas Singapore 남자입니다. 네, 안녕하세요 여러분들. Good day everybody. Here is a very cold and windy day here in Istanbul, where people are going around their business, and I'm here in a lovely book cafe having coffee and just enjoying the cozy setting in this very cold and windy day, autumn day here in Istanbul. And just want to share with you guys today the most important thing I learned from 20 years, actually more than 20 years of living in various different countries, cities and cultures all around the world. For those of you who don't know, I've lived in Australia, Shanghai, Beijing, Korea, Japan, New York, Turkey, over a span of about 20 years. And therefore I really live it deep, you know, because I spent years in each of these cities, not a one weekend thing, yeah. And through this experience, if you ask me the one thing I learned from this whole experience, the most important and most precious thing that I got from this experience is just this: that I personally experienced the truth of what it means that there is no such thing as absolute good or bad, right or wrong. See, every spiritual teacher will tell you that right or wrong, good or bad do not exist. They are just labels, that they are just relative things, but it's not real in their experience. Okay, like maybe if you are in Singapore, spitting on the floor is outright illegal. It's the wrong thing to do in your experience. But in China, you can spit all you want, nobody cares. Then it becomes, in China, it is a normal thing. So is that act right or wrong? The act itself, is it right or wrong? It's wrong in one country, is right in another country, or okay in another country. And what is okay and right in China was not okay and right in Korea. You know, in China, it is good spirit to be in a restaurant and talk loudly and laugh loudly. To be in good spirit was the right thing to do. Was the good thing to do. But if you go to Korea and then you start to be in that good spirit in the restaurant, it is a bad thing to do. Everybody will shun you, everybody would run away. And then what is right in Japan? Okay, in Japan, when we eat rice, like small things, I'm talking about even just small things, just holding the rice like this. In Korea, this is actually really bad manner, right? And then in Korea, when I turn on my phone and make a video, the moment I turn the phone at people, they scatter like pigeons. And it's outright illegal. Okay, it's outright illegal. It's not just a good or bad thing, it's outright illegal. But here in Turkey, I turn on my camera doing my daily morning live stream. People not only not run away, they come and say, "Oh, you're live streaming? Hello!" They come and say hello. They're all friendly. They love it. So through all these years and experiences, I realized the truth of what it means that in this world there is no such thing as right or wrong, good or bad. Even in different parts of China itself and America itself, what is good or bad, right or wrong is completely different. So, since good or bad, right or wrong do not existentially exist, not absolute. In my experience, it's no longer absolute. My concept, idea of good or bad, right or wrong got crumbled down like a house of cards, you know. My entire moral structure just collapsed after all these experiences. And what remained? You may be wondering, oh, so without all these things, then won't the world be in chaos? No. In fact, I discovered in this experience, I discovered a more important thing, a more precious thing, a more absolute, which is humanity. The humanity is common throughout all these countries. Being human. The compassion of being a human being. without labeling, without prejudice, without judgment. This thing shining out is the same in every culture. That if you have this thing, you will always be right and good in every culture, in every country. And this experience brought me very deeply into my spiritual practices, which of course, if you look at my channel, is 90% about spirituality right now. Because more than knowledge about different countries, what I really got from decades of living overseas is knowledge of humanity. And I'm not saying that the whole world where I go to I must be dreaming or where people are shining in humanity. No, it's the complete opposite. Because I see the lack of humanity everywhere, that everybody is judging each other from their so-called good and bad, right or wrong moralities, which is completely wrong in another setting altogether. But they are judging each other like that, dividing humanity like that, creating so much suffering. And from that, I realized, so in order for humanity to, I asked myself, so what's the common thread? If humans are so different in terms of good or bad, right or wrong, so what's the common thread? If there's no common thread, then humans cannot coexist. The moment one person from one country goes to another country, he'll kill someone. If the division is so large that it cannot be consolidated somehow. And I found that somehow it's just a simple humanity. It's just simply being human. If you are simply being human, if you simply have the means and the practices to touch the humanity in you, you will shine everywhere, in every country, any culture. You will not have a problem with anyone. That is the common thread that all humanity shares. So yeah, that's, to me, the most important takeaway in all of my experience all around the world. Not the languages that I learned, not the sophisticated knowledge about every culture and every cities. No, it's the discovery or the rediscovery of humanity. What do you guys think? Let me share with me in the comments below. Annyeong.